In a world full of movie podcasts, here is one more. Welcome to Defend Your Movie with Sean Donnelly.
The time has come again. A champion must stand. It can only be one of us. Victoria! So stand up in that, my friend. There's a title you must defend. Shut it on and on. Bring it to me. Defend your movie.
So, did you... What
Hello.
time?
I'm going to start the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Defend Your Movie. Defend Your Movie.
Defend your movie.
You can't do your noises on top of me saying the title of the podcast.
Look, if my noises are better than you saying the podcast, who is to fight that?
Who is saying the noises are better? I don't know where this groundswell of support is coming
The
from.
noises have gotten their support. The fans have spoken.
They love the fake noises.
The cool thing is, once in a blue moon, when I do listen back to this podcast, which is very rare, and
Thanks for your support.
I'll only listen to it the most 5 seconds. I forget we have a theme song.
You should listen to... We do have a theme
Your
song.
Movie.
I paid money for that theme song.
Oh, God.
The other thing is, you should...
I like it. But I never hear it because I never listen to this podcast.
You should listen to the podcast because it counts as a download. If you download it on your phone,
Yeah, I'm subscribed.
you subscribe, so it downloads
Yeah.
to your phone. Do
Yeah.
the episodes download, or you just
I think
subscribe?
they do, and I share an account with my sister, and she's actually a very big fan of this podcast. So
She likes it?
She listens to most episodes.
What's
Hello,
her favorite?
Brielle.
What's her favorite part of the podcast?
Well, I'll tell you her favorite episode.
Which one is that? Moana.
Yeah.
God damn it!
I mean,
This whole family
it's a fan favorite. Let us know if the Moana episode is also your favorite episode of Defend Your Movie.
I wanna
and
know-
I'm curious, what is your favorite episode of Defend Your Movie?
Is she a fan of your noises that you make? Have you talked to her
She
about
hasn't
that?
expressed that.
Okay, let's give you another shot. I'll say "Welcome to Defend Your Movie," and then you do the noises
I
after.
mean, we have a lot to talk about. I don't know what first of all, I'm just curious, what time did you show up to the Kips Bay AMC this morning? I swear to God, you guys, we had a plan. First of all, it started with Sean wanting to go at 12 p.m. At 12 p.m. to... Oh, well, tell them what we did.
Okay, here's the backstory. The episode this week is Sean and Moana go see Girls Trip.
Girls Trip.
Sean and Long Island Trash Moana go see.
Long Island Trash and Long Island Trash Moana.
Yes,
Go
right,
see
exactly.
Girls
Yes.
Trip.
And we went to go see Girls Trip, so we're going to give you our insights on it.
Yes,
But
we did a back-to-back. We went to see it, and now we came straight to record about it.
straight to record. And yeah, we had a plan to see it, and
We had a plan to see that, and we were going to do that in Dunkirk back-to-back and then record, but we decided to save our sanity.
Well, I can't wait to see Dunkirk, and I can't believe that I can actually say the sentence, I saw Girls Trip before Dunkirk, and it's true.
Yes, I won, everybody. We were supposed to see both. I said heads on Girls Trip first.
Well, also, I don't know where you get your information from, because on the walk here, you go, I don't want to even see Dunkirk.
I don't want to see Dunkirk.
That's what you said. You go, I heard it was terrible.
I heard many bad
Where
things.
are you hearing this? Everybody loves this movie.
I saw tweets. I saw
Tweets from like hipsters that like wanted to hate it because everybody loved it.
I just saw that it was very miserable. They had a miserable experience during it, and I'm open to seeing it for the sake of the podcast. I think it's fun. We see the big movies at the time. Dunkirk, Girls' Night, talk about it. But I would never go on my own to see Dunkirk.
But would you have gone for Girls Trip?
Yeah, I was going to see Girls Trip.
You were going to see Girls Trip.
Oh, hell yeah.
See, I was going to see
A lot
Dunkirk.
of people wanted to see Girls Trip with me.
We're going to see Dunkirk. Just
All right,
even if we
I'm
go,
committed to
just
it.
to annoy you, I'm going to go.
All right. That's fine. I just, it's
So
a
we
war
came up with
movie.
the idea, and we had a thing where we go, all right, let's meet today. I had to be in the city early. That's why originally.
Oh, see, you didn't say that.
Yeah, I had to be in the city I had audition at 11 a.m. So I knew I'd be done by 11:30. I could go meet you for a 12 o'clock movie.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't know this part. I just knew we were recording the podcast at 4:30 p.m. There's all movie times. I'm trying to line it up so we can go back to back. And Sean's like, let's meet at 9 a.m. for the girls' trip. Then we'll kill 7 hours and then do the recording. And I'm like, Shawnee, let's figure this out. But then, so I had my friend Marsha over on her lunch break. We were smoking a doobie.
A doob?
A daytime doob, because I knew I was going to the movies. Just to be clear, I did a lot of work yesterday to prepare to be able to have this daytime luxury today. So we're sitting there, we're smoking, we're having fun, and I'm like, I bet you $20 Sean is already at the fucking movie theater right now. It's like 2 hours before the movie time. I text Sean, all right, I'm going to get ready to go. He kept saying, let's meet 10 minutes before it's supposed to start, which is 10 minutes before the trailers start.
Yeah, and that's 10 minutes before it starts in my book.
Yeah, see, I like to get there 10 minutes after. Miss
No.
some of the
No.
trailers.
This is why you don't watch movies. The trailers, when you go see the movie, the trailers are part of the movie.
Are they, though? Because they just
Yes.
feel like abuse and like I'm being exposed
Abuse?
Yeah, I'm being exposed to things that I don't want to see. I don't want to see a scary movie. I don't want to see a war movie. I don't want to see an action movie. Yet I'm going to have to watch fucking 4 minutes of it, and it scares me.
It's not 4 minutes, like 2 minutes, and it's all little tiny clips. And yeah, you don't want to see them, but they're part of the movie experience. But you also might see one that you do want to see, and you're like, oh, that looks awesome. The art of making trailers is an art in
There was
itself.
that one trailer where she put on the boots and then she had all the guns and then she was shooting everyone and then
Yeah.
fucking all the hot guys too. I like that one.
Well, that was like one of the things I realized from seeing Girls Trip today is that black movies have black movie trailers before them.
That's the height of white privilege that this is you just noticing that.
I guess I knew
Every
that, but
movie has
I'm a white dude.
the trailers are catered to the movie.
Right. So
Like
that's
if you're
why
seeing Batman, you're going to see a bunch of
that's all the more
action
reason that
stuff.
you should want to see trailers, because the movie you're going to see, you want to go see usually. So they're going to tailor
They
movies
never
that
get
you
it
want to go
right to
see.
me because the rare chance I'm seeing a movie, that's rare. And I'm just there for that one movie. Don't try to pour some other shit on me because I'm already stretching myself to watch a movie.
Right. That's
And,
right.
and
That is-
honestly, a lot of the trailers suck.
a lot of the trailers, some of them suck.
They're
but
so
that's,
cheesy.
But that's part of the fun. I don't know. Here's the thing. Write to us or tweet at us and let us know, are the movie trailers part of the movie
Also,
experience?
who's right? Like, am I supposed to stress because I'm not there an hour before like you are, and then you're stressing because I'm not there? You want to get your seats. You want to do the whole thing. Who's right? Who?
Sean is right, because the way I planned it, we were going to get
Just
there
because
on
you're
time.
an early person doesn't mean you're a right person.
I'm an early person for the movies, and then I always get there and I realize, I go, oh, right. If you go to Kips Bay now, all the movies seats are assigned. So it doesn't, once you get your seats, you're good. It's your seats.
And
You can't-
I'm a fan of online ticketing. I'll get those seats. I'll show up. I don't want to do I just want to walk in, watch the movie.
Do you do Fandango?
I love Fandango. I think Fandango should sponsor us. So if anyone's listening from Fandango, this is a great
Give us a
platform
shout.
for you. Just give us a shout. Give us some free. I love free movie tickets.
We want to do one of those things that other podcasts do, where it's like, go to Fandango, type in code DEFENDYOUR, and get 10% off movie tickets.
Oh,
but we don't
man.
have that.
I just almost
up.
almost came just hearing that. That's exactly what we want here.
We need some kind of
That is
sponsorship here.
good.
We got to pay for all these taxis.
We can't just have our one biggest fan, Will Brown, Venmoing me $5. We need deals, people.
Wait,
Thank you, Will.
Did he Venmo you $5?
Yes, he did, for my hair fund. We talked about it on the Ninja Turtles
that's
episode.
right, he did.
Shout out to Will and anybody else who wants to send me money.
No, nobody. Don't send Farah any more money.
Don't send me money. Just call up Fandango. I don't want. It's a mattress. Buy a mattress. I don't want that. I like the integrity of this podcast. It's for the art. It's It's for the movies. It's not for the fucking man.
So we have no sponsors yet, but you want to make sure our sponsors fit into the integrity of the podcast?
Don't sponsor us.
Don't sponsor us. We don't want mattresses or
We're
your blue aprons. We want movie-related gear and stuff.
So anyway,
and tickets.
Sean has aged 15 years in the process of waiting for me to get to this theater. He graciously paid for a minivan to pick me up and take me. And you would think he's just being generous, but anything to shave off 5 minutes of him being there without me.
That's exactly why I did it.
Yeah, I know.
I wanted you to be there for the trip.
I know.
But here's the thing. Please don't say, like, you also did, you put it on Instagram. Please don't say, like, thank you for sending this minivan. Like, I have minions of drivers.
Uncle Sean sent a minivan.
Uncle Sean sent one of his coworkers to come pick me up and take me to the movie theater. It was a taxi. You got in the minivan.
It wasn't a taxi.
Oh, it was a Lyft or a Uber?
It was a Juno, and the last 4 times I've taken Juno, it's all been minivans.
Yeah.
I just want to specify.
Yeah, so it's something about, I think you're hitting the minivan option on your Juno app.
I don't mean to, but they just love me. I love an automatic sliding door. Makes me feel like home.
You're very, very, you need it. You need to get in there. You're very large.
I don't want to do more
You're
work
big,
that I have to
lady.
do.
You got to get in there and have enough room to get in there.
Look, my parents always had a big minivan. It was always parked right outside our house. We'd call my dad the man with the van.
That sounds creepy as fuck. Also, that's what man with the van is what is on every lamppost in my neighborhood now. People who help you move. Man with a van. Man's got a van. But yeah, don't make it sound like I just have. You made it sound like.
Look, Sean's got vans on vans, baby. Sean's got
vans on vans on vans.
He's sending vans to everyone around town.
Yeah, I don't just have vans on call. I call Billy, go over. I need to go down to the West Village and pick up a friend and take her to Kips Bay movie theater. That didn't happen.
Sponsored by Juno.
You got a Juno. Sponsored by Juno. Go to Juno and type in the code.
Type in suck
minivan.
My dick.
Go to Juno and type
1.5% off.
Yeah. Go to Juno, type in the code Farah's Vans, and get 3/4 of a percentage point off your ride.
Okay, we have to talk about the fucking movie.
We will. We were going to. Yeah, we were just talking about the circumstances.
So we're sitting there waiting for 45 minutes for the movie to start. Sean, he's aged 40 years in the process.
No, I just get there in normal time. I got there 2 hours before while you and your weed friend were smoking weed and doobies and marijuana in your apartment.
Look, I would not
like a couple
have
of
wanted
reefer
to
addicts.
be sober in that movie. I have to admit.
Hey, I don't even smoke weed, and I wish I was high for this movie.
It was hilarious.
It was
a wonderful film, and just so you guys know, we controlled ourselves to not talk about it at all until right now. So I've been ready to bust talking about how fucking good Girls' Night was and how immensely enjoyable I found almost all minutes of the whole thing, which is so rare for me in a movie experience. I was fully engaged. I didn't want to go to the bathroom. I had to. You thought every aspect of this movie was fantastic. I just said I was engaged the whole time. I enjoyed every part of it. I never zoned out. I was enjoying myself the whole time. I didn't want to go to the bathroom and take a break like I do on most movies. Is that what you do? Yeah. I go to the bathroom in movies because I have to go to the bathroom. This was an emergency that I had to go. Yeah. So I went, and I was sad, which shows me that it's a great film. So normally during a movie, you're like, I have to take a break from this movie, and you go out and go to the bathroom just out of, like, boredom? A lot of times, yeah. Really? Yeah. Oh, my God. I like a little break. That's crazy. Why is that so crazy? Because normally you go to a movie, I want to watch the whole movie if I could. If I didn't have to go to the bathroom, I mean, if it's a good movie, yes. If not... Oh, okay. So if it's a really bad movie, you're like, fuck it, I'll just go to the bathroom. Yeah. Well, I want to know why you love this movie so much. Are you serious? Well, first off, you loved it too. No. You know what made this movie the best, and we both know what it was. The movie, it had its moments. It had its moments. It made me realize I am definitely not a black woman. I am not a black woman. Look. I'm not. We are self-aware enough to know we are two white people talking about Girls Trip. Yes. We didn't watch it ironically. For that. We went to go see it. Like, I genuinely loved it.
And Farah genuinely wanted to see it. I don't normally go to like girl comedy movies like this.
Sure, of course
it's not that
not.
it's a black comedy girl movie. It's not that.
Well,
whatever.
you don't like girl movies. You've talked about it before.
No, I didn't say that. There's tons of girl movies I like. I would
Name
guess.
them.
Princess Bride, isn't that a girl movie?
Oh my god.
I love The Princess Bride. I love it.
What about Devil Wears Prada?
I like that movie.
That's a great film.
I like Cruel
That's one of my
Intentions.
favorites.
I mentioned that with Tommy and Tom.
That's not really a girly movie.
What?
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, but
Cruel
this is
Intentions?
called
That is like the-
Girls Trip.
This is called
So
Girls
you don't
Trip.
normally go to those
No.
types of movies.
And most guys don't.
And
And if
right.
you do, you're like trying to impress a girl, or you're
Or
a gay
you're just
dude,
fun and you enjoy good writing. Because I thought this was really well written.
Well, no, not the whole thing. It had its moments. There
But
was
I
like
enjoyed the cheesy parts where like made it more fun for me. Like it was funny
it was.
when they prayed.
Well, that's what. Hey, here's the thing. I don't know how to talk about the praying thing without sounding racist.
To me, it wasn't necessarily.
I think it's a
race
black thing.
You
I think it's a
do?
race thing. Yeah.
Well,
I don't,
maybe
you
I'm
would
just
never
too
see
ignorant
that
to
in
know.
a white, in a white like Sex and the City movie. There would never be a scene. Okay, here's the backstory, and this is fine, but I found it so interesting because first off, I can't. I'm not going to pretend I relate to these 4 strong black women that went on this trip together, whatever you want to say. But I find it very interesting because religion is a big thing in the black community. It is, as far as I know. And if I'm wrong about
It's
that,
a big thing in
email me
every
and tell
community.
me. It's no, white people are more secular now than it's the only time you'll notice it is like when white movies are religious, you know about it, and it's kind of taboo. Like when Nicolas Cage did that movie that was obviously like a miracle movie where he was like the pilot and I think he saved something like, I forget what it was called.
Sully?
No, not Sully. Sully was a straight up like movie. I didn't see it, but I don't think there was religion in that movie. Maybe there was. But
Yeah, I don't know. I think
Maybe
like
I'm-
it just, to me, maybe you're right though. I don't have like the knowledge, but
I
it
might be
didn't
wrong,
seem
too.
like
I'm
that.
not
There
saying-
were other parts that were just as cheesy as that. Like I liked that it had this like genuine tone to it too.
my original thing was not to like that because of how cheesy it was and because that's not me, and that's fine. But to be honest, they kind of made it really funny because later on, what happens is they all.
I liked it because
they all
it
go and they
rounds
pray.
out the characters. Like it makes them more real people. Like they're not just the wild whatever.
No, I think
Like I've seen it in other movies too.
What other movies have you seen where they literally
Like Sex and the City
Here-
movie, like that wouldn't be out of the question that
Yes,
something like
it
that would happen. No,
would.
would it be? No,
Yes,
would it
it
be?
would, 'cause all
they
those
go
characters-
to church. They go to there's the whole thing where Charlotte's trying to get
They go to church for like
convert
weddings.
to being Jewish. Like,
Right, that's different. That's different to me because
Yeah, before
done
they
for the
go
comedy.
out for the night, they're not like sitting down to pray. But
well, that's what they did
it
in
was
this
a
movie.
nice, touching moment in the movie to me.
It was. Here's the thing. At first, I was like, "Oh my god," and I was like rolling my eyes a little bit because it's like, why are they praying in the middle of this goofy? Literally, you can't.
I loved
This is
it.
why I had an
I
issue with
loved
it
it.
because this is what the scene was. They all, after they're done for the night, they're all hanging out at the suite in New Orleans, and then one of them, what's her name? Tiffany Haddish is like, no, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Come in my room. And they're all like, you're thinking it's more
Yeah,
debauchery.
you think it's more partying.
And they walk in and she's praying at the bed. She's like, what? And she's like, Jesus loves me too. And it's kind of cute, whatever it
I think
is.
it's cute.
But I think it's funny you have that, and then literally 2 scenes prior, you have Jada Pinkett Smith pissing on a...
Yeah, that's what I like about it. It rounds out these characters.
My issue is like, you don't need to round out
you can love
characters
God
in a
and
goofy...
Jesus and pee on people.
Yeah, you can.
Many government officials have proven that to be true.
I don't know if he loves God and Jesus. I don't know if
I
he's
was
a
talking
religious...
about other people.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, these guys love to pee.
All of them, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, my point is like you can't go to this like this. We're on 11. Like we're gonna turn it up
Why
so
can't
crazy,
you?
and then go. But also, we're gonna pray around this bed
I
because we're also
liked
deeply
it. I
soulful,
liked it.
spiritual people. It was
This movie was so great. The real friendship dynamics in it. The journey of the girls, the way they got them there, the different personalities of the girls, the backstories, they were like solid in there. Like
Well-
I've seen movies like this where I'm not as engaged with it. I'm not enjoying myself as much. It's just kind of boring. Like this had depth to it, good character development.
But what I'm trying to say is that I was wrong about the religion thing, because then a few scenes later, they're all tripping on something that Tiffany Haddish slipped in their drinks.
Absinthe.
And then it was an absinthe, and then because I missed part of it, I was in
Yeah.
the bathroom, and then. They're all tripping out their own different ways, and Tiffany's is like God is taking her up to heaven.
I know.
So I'm
I
like, all right,
loved it.
That made it
Exactly.
That redeemed itself,
and
to
it's
me.
cool. It's more unique than just your party girl. It's
Yeah.
something a little more dynamic, and she was wow. I mean, and everyone's been talking about it. We won't be the first.
Oh,
that
it
she
made
is
this
just
girl's career.
incredible breakout role
Yeah.
for Tiffany Haddish.
And she does stand up, I think, too.
Yeah, she's a comic. Was so great in this movie.
She is by far the best part of this movie.
100%.
She's the most entertaining. in
and
this
that
movie.
says a lot, since I thought a lot was entertaining.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing. It's like
She's great.
I watch it and I think I appreciated her in the movie. I think it's a cute, enjoyable
You
movie.
had fun.
Well, here's why we had fun. All right, we went in the middle. One of the things I was worried about, and this is what the black stereotype is: black people talk during movies. Anybody would agree to that, right? It's a black stereotype.
Yeah,
but
and
it
I
does
was
happen.
actually worried we weren't going to have that
Same
experience,
here.
which wouldn't have made it a real experience of
Authentic.
it. Right.
Yeah.
If we were just there with like one grandma and grandpa in the theater.
Well,
We got lucky.
We got lucky. We walk in, and they have assigned seats, and right away, these two older black ladies, they're just in our seats.
And we were
I'm
like,
like,
yup.
we're like, okay. They're like, they're sat
We're
there.
not
I go,
gonna argue.
I go, it's fine. Nobody's showing up. We'll go sit over there. They go, it's fine. Go ahead. Just
Yeah.
keep going.
It's fine. It was fine.
So we found other seats that we had to move over because the owners of those
Sean
seats came.
starts freaking out. He's like, well, I got to follow the rules. I got to follow
I
the
guess
rules
I am
here.
like a movie
You-
narc. Am I a movie narc?
Yeah, you're an old man. Like, that's what you are. Like,
Is that what you think of me? Do you look
when I saw you sitting, waiting for me.
How is that an old man thing? I was supposed to be late? By old man, do you mean thoughtful and courteous? And I value my friend's time, and I want you to not have to deal with waiting for me?
You're a stickler for the movies, and that's why you started this podcast. That's why you have a passion for movies.
I do.
And I don't. And we're seeing the two sides of that coin.
And
and
you
it's
could give a shit less about
Right. Like, you have a whole ritual around it, which is nice.
Sure.
I appreciate that.
I even
But-
told you, when we passed by, a big thing for me, past few times at the movie theater, I haven't had any soda. And
Oh, I was so proud of you, Sean.
and
that
we
was
passed
very...
by, I got a water at the movie, and that was a
I didn't
huge
get
deal.
nachos.
Is that a big movie thing for you?
I like to.
Yeah.
I like to go wild.
It's with soda at the movies. It's more than just like I like to. It's like a compulsion. It's
Yeah.
more like, oh my god, yeah, movie, soda,
I'll get an
popcorn,
icy.
an icy. Is that what your thing is?
I like it, yeah. But the whole thing is with the soda and this, then you're drinking and then you have to pee more. I don't.
Sorry, you can totally hear me drinking on this.
We like to stay
Then you have to pee.
hydrated here. at
That's
Defend
true,
Your
and
Movie.
that's why I take pee breaks during the movie. But because I'll drink half the soda before the movie starts, and then you're eating the popcorn or the candy, whatever it is. But I had a ton of movie rituals. Mine, actually, when I was a kid, my dad, because the movie popcorn was so expensive, we used to go to Woolworths next to,
Of
which is an
course.
old.
Me too.
I sound so old saying this.
100%.
This is how much of an old man I
Wow,
am.
Woolworths.
In Franklin Square, I think it was Woolworths.
Was that it back in 1923?
We went. I got penny candies from the
I
vendor.
went to Woolworths and my dad would
Went
give
to
me the popcorn and we would put it out in the sun and let it pop itself and then we would go in 2 weeks later to
Got
see a movie.
Some popcorn and penny whistles with my dad. We went to the Woolworths, the 5 and dime, and then I rode on the horsey, and then we went to the movie. We would go into Woolworths and get candy for cheaper, and he would hide it in his sweatshirt. And then he would
course.
bring in candy. I used to go in my family. Going to the movies was a big deal. Like I used
sure.
to go
Me
with
too.
go with my dad and then movie hop. We go to like 3 movies in one day.
Ooh, that's fun.
It was great. I was going to do it if we didn't have to record the podcast. We could have saw Baby Driver just right across the.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to see two. I really think, and we have to do it for another episode sometime, I want to see 2 movies back to back, then compare and contrast.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Just 2
that
random
was our
movies.
intention this time. Dunkirk versus Girls Trip.
It would have been great because it would have been like, can you draw a parallel from Dunkirk to
Right.
Girls Trip?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do.
So let's talk more about the movie. I did like it overall. Those 2 women were literally, it was like central casting was like, what do you need? 2 black women to talk during this movie? Here's these 2.
Then it
We
ended
got
up
them.
being like 5 or 6.
They had
more people came in.
More people came in, yeah. And the funniest thing is me and Farah, I had no problem with those black women talking during this movie because I'm like, that's just part of it.
That's
like,
what we wanted.
Yes, but when next to us, there's these 5 white girls showed up and they were talking real loud before the movie. I'm like, if they talk, I'll have a problem. For some reason, I'm like, no, I don't. You're not part of this. Like,
right.
Like those women, yeah, go for it because I don't care. I don't have to pay attention. It's a stupid comedy, whatever
It's
it is.
Fun.
Yeah, exactly. But
just talking through is rude. They're not just talking through the movie.
Those
women, they are
full-on
reacting
commenting
to the movie, which I appreciate. I like to have an outward reaction as well.
But I
had some.
I normally
went,
do not.
"Oh!"
Normally, I am an avid. You don't talk during the movies, but it depends on the movie. But this,
Oh, you don't like to get a hard laugh during a trailer? I've been known to.
The only other time I didn't mind people talking during the movie is Rambo, the last Rambo. It's so bad that people were laughing at it and screaming at the movie theater and like.
See,
and
some of
so
the
bad.
most fun, best movie experiences I've ever had are when it's completely packed and people are reacting to the movie. Because why else are you going to see it in a movie theater live?
Reacting is different than talking. Reacting is like
and that's
laughing,
what those women,
gasping.
not the white girls, were just talking during the trailers, but they weren't talking during the movie. They were reacting to it.
You mean the black women? The black women were.
Oh, it was
they
so
were like,
great.
It was like the inner monologue of all the characters on screen.
It was so great to see like what would really set them off too. Like in
Tiffany
all
Haddish.
there's a main storyline where there's this power couple and the husband's cheating, which I knew the first second he kissed her and then was like, and they were like, I love you. And then he was like, I'm in love with you. And she was like, me too. And I was like, oh, cool. He's cheating. So that's going to be the storyline. Yeah. And so then that comes out. And when it would come down to those scenes, these women were like,
Oh, they were like, oh, hell no.
They were really telling it like it is.
At one point, Tiffany Haddish, after she had like a bunch of great lines in a row, after one particular line, one of the women just goes, I like her.
She was so good. It was I actually genuinely enjoyed most of them. Actually, all of them I enjoyed in some way. Queen Latifah was like the weakest link to me. Because I've just seen it before.
Yeah. The weird thing about Queen Latifah is, like, it's so funny. Queen Latifah, like, okay. I always find it, I think there's like a weird thing that happens with black actors and actresses where it kind of, like, I feel like they get the shit under the stick because they can win Oscars and they still do these movies.
But this is a great, big movie. This is a blockbuster, a summer blockbuster.
Yeah, it is.
And see, that's the thing, is that people are constantly putting down these women's movies.
But it's
and
not
saying,
a
like,
thespian, I want an Oscar
why
movie.
Why isn't it, though?
It's not.
It should be.
There's a scene where Jada
like,
Pinkett
why is
pisses
Dunkirk
on a
better?
street full of people.
And so some fight movie where they cut off someone's head, that's more dignified?
Wait, what is this cut off somebody's head movie?
Yeah, some man movie with violence and a, harrowing journey, and that's supposed to be a better movie?
A movie with a harrowing journey is better than...
This was a harrowing journey, and wow, I was very moved. So anyway, there's this whole plot line where it's the cheating husband, and then
it's carbon copy of a lot of these movies.
Yeah, but I was surprised
also,
to be moved
it was
by
a commercial
the end.
for Essence Magazine, or Essence, the company, because the whole thing is based off Essence Fest, which, as white people, you're watching it like, I didn't know this existed. But, like, I have a feeling they just shot it at Essence Fest. Like, they just shot it around, cut around
the New Orleans location. That was fun.
That was cool. And they had the New Orleans music like that.
Yeah.
I forget what they call it, with, like, the big band. I forget a certain name for the type of music it was.
This is the whitest podcast in America.
I'm white. Fuck it. I'm white. I'm not gonna pretend like I know shit that I don't know.
Right.
So I'm not shitting on
that.
it. I liked that it was in New Orleans. I thought the Tiffany Haddish I thought was awesome.
Incredible.
I'm not gonna.
But did you?
I'm not
were
gonna
you
pretend
engaged in the movie? You were not. So
No,
much?
I thought it was your cookie cutter comedy plot. I think that's what.
Well, it was. The
it was
one
overly
thing,
dramatic.
if I had to find something to critique, it's that it was like all about like their relationships to men, but it was still a good storyline, and it surprised me because the whole time. So she's kind of like putting on a front that the cheating's fine because they have this big deal in the works as a couple, and they want money that will make them for the rest of their lives.
This Martha Stewart's type, like, home living deal.
It's
where,
like
they could be
Oprah
billionaires.
and like her husband, and they're making this deal. So the whole time I'm like, I fucking am on her side with this. Deal with the cheating asshole, whatever, get the money, and then go. They were so close to getting this deal. I supported it the whole time. When I saw them all encouraging her, be yourself, like, no, be honest, and that'll help people. I was like, that's fucking horrible advice.
Yeah.
But then she does it. Spoiler alert. So then she does it, and then actually, I was like, wow, that was powerful.
Wait, you did not actually go through an emotional journey.
I did.
You did not
Yes,
see.
I did.
You did not see the end of this coming. That she was like gonna go along with it. She was gonna play ball with the husband and the company up until the very end, where she sees her goofy friends in these jean jackets they made for each other.
Oh man,
and
there was some over the top cheese, but I enjoyed it.
From the first minute.
I enjoyed Jada Pinkett Smith.
I did enjoy Jada Pinkett Smith.
She had a journey.
From the first moments of this movie, I knew the movie was going to close with her giving that speech. The minute she's like, "Oh, I'm the focus," what do they call it? The speaker, the keynote. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Keynote speaker at the Essence Festival. I'm like, oh, all the stuff's going to happen, and then she's going to give a speech, and in the middle of the speech, it's going to become another speech.
Oh, I loved it.
I knew that from the first 10 minutes of the movie.
It.
But did you know that was going to happen?
No, I didn't.
Yes,
I didn't think
did!
too much about the keynote.
You're funny.
I knew he
you're
was
smart.
going to cheat.
You know what
I guess
it was.
by the end, I was like, yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. But in my head, I was like, that's stupid. She should just get that money.
And yeah, I'm actually surprised that. I realized something today too.
I'm not
Farah
all about that dignity.
Not
life.
at all. Farah just wants the cash.
I don't see I don't see the integrity side of things.
What if somebody
much.
said to you, like, okay, you'll be set for life, but you have to be a housewife and you have to have like 3 kids, and everything you do, like, you're just supporting your husband's career.
No,
you have no career of your own, but you're set. Like, you're like.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't for that. I want the money to do dope shit that I want to do with it.
Well, you can do whatever you want with
on
it.
Vacation.
You can do whatever you want with it. All right, how about this? You get a month out of the year to go on a girls' trip type thing, or whatever you want to do with it.
A girls' trip.
Well, you know what I'm saying? You just said, take my friends on vacation.
But that
That's
was
what this
cool. She took them. It was a business trip.
And she took them
and they
on
got
this
all the
5-star
amenities
trip.
And all that shit. It was
okay,
fun.
So
I related a lot. You know, she has Jada, who hasn't had sex in like a very long time. I enjoyed watching that journey, as it is similar to that of some of my friends.
It's like every one of these comedies, you could draw so many parallels to any comedy from this movie.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
All the
and that's
fucking
fine.
other movies too, Sean. I can't draw fucking parodies in a war movie to the
Parallels.
million parodies.
Yeah, you can. This was
parodies.
This was trying to be.
Oh my god, the things I have said on this podcast. This is why I don't fucking listen to this shit.
You can draw a lot of annoyances.
That's why I don't listen to this fucking shit. I say the most embarrassing shit on here, and then I have to forget about it immediately after.
You can draw parodies.
Yeah. So why is it when it comes to something that's women?
No, it's not because it's women. Because I'm going to tell you.
And why can't fun and what are like?
No, because what I'm thinking is this is Black Lady Hangover. That's basically what this is.
Sure, but there's a lot of movies like that.
Right.
Nick Hangover probably stole it from some black movie originally. Like we took
it's not rock and roll music.
Like like whatever. Like
okay, then
you're allowed to borrow
hold
format.
On, back up. You're gonna have to give me something on this. What black movie did The Hangover steal from?
Well, if I knew movies, I'd know the answer to that. I'm sure there is one.
That was your white guilt answer to that problem.
I'm sure there is one.
Your white guilt? You can't take it. You're like, we probably stole from some black movie.
We probably did, and I will stand by that. And if we had our intern researcher, you promised me I'd be able to get a fact check right now on that.
Please, listeners, please find out what black movie that The Hangover is based on. Okay, and I will. If there really is, And I don't even know. There
You
could
will
be.
give me $700.
No, I will give you $50. I will give
$70.
you $70.
Deal.
If you can prove to me, if somebody emails us at the show and proves to me that it's based on a black movie, I will give you $70. I
Great.
absolutely would. I hate
We'll
the
get
fact-
on it.
Oh, we'll get on it and get her $70 for 10
No,
more
don't
haircuts.
do that. Absolutely not. I just said do the research.
So no, that's the thing. That's why our reactions to this movie, we can't get too heady with it because it's a silly comedy and it draws
Right,
the same.
and I'm not trying to
same
get heady
plots.
with it.
No, I'm saying, but we are if we're like, oh, the story is
I
going
just
through
have
a
to
journey.
say that on this podcast, a lot of times I'm pointed out for just being like, oh, I like these girl romantic-y movies where I have to tell you, I've seen many of them that I don't like,
Right.
that I don't have fun watching. Like, there was another girl version of The Hangover. There's been a few.
There's been a few.
Bridesmaids.
Oh, Bridesmaids, yeah.
I did love Bridesmaids. That was a great film. But there's been other movies I've seen where I don't always enjoy that genre. I'm not really into we go to the party. And I have to say that's the part I liked the least about this movie was the scene where they were on the absinthe. Because I'm just like, I'm tired of, we took this drug and now everything's crazy. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
It's just like, you know.
You have these. It's just like the factory that
But there
pushes
were
these
things
things out.
that were better in this than other movies, like the friendships and like the dynamics of that were fresh, original,
Well, I'll
and
give you this.
good to see and fun and engaging.
The reason why Tiffany Haddish stood out so much in this movie is because she, to not sound corny, but she is the realist in this movie. Like she is,
yeah.
You watch her and she's the most organically funny in this movie. And it makes sense. She's a comic. Jada Pinkett Smith isn't a comic. She does comedy movies because that's what she gets or whatever it is. But like, Queen Latifah is not a comedy person.
She is, but
she was
a
in
comedic
what?
actress.
No, with what?
Let's
she was
see
in
what Wikipedia.
She was in
calls Queen Latifah.
Cab
She's a
Driver.
queen.
What's it called again with Jimmy Fallon?
It got an 88% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, people love this movie. They call Queen Latifah an American rapper on Wikipedia.
She is an American rapper.
Right. So
Actress,
that's her main
actor rapper.
Yeah.
She's
Hip-hop's
great,
first
but
lady.
she's not. I don't think of her for comedy. I thought of her for like rapping and Chicago, and then
Yeah, and I don't know who that lead
I
girl
guess
was,
she
the
was in-
Oprah girl. Like, I don't know.
I forget her name. Look her up on IMDb real quick.
Okay.
She
was good. I liked her.
She
was a
really
good straight
good.
man.
She was a good straight. That's what the focus of the movie was on. That's the one thing they did different. I didn't know.
Second weekend raking in another 20 million.
I didn't know that woman was going to be more about her the whole time. I thought it was going to be about just them on this trip, and that was it. I didn't think it was going to be like
Regina Hall.
Regina Hall. That's her name. Yeah.
She's great.
I know who. She's been in other stuff too, but she's great. She's really good.
I loved the men.
The men were they were great. Well, they had the guy. What's his name? They had Lorenz Tate in it. I'm pretty sure Lorenz Tate is in it.
That's him.
And he's been around forever.
I know, that was weird. I had hoped that the guy she was going to end up falling for would be a little cooler than him. I mean, maybe.
Well, I think that was kind of the
even
point
a
of
little
it.
taller.
I think Farah. What about her journey, Farah? Why are you being so?
And he was like a bass player. Like, I just wish she was.
You're so judgmental.
I just wanted her to end up with it. Like, I don't
think
know,
that was the point. I think that what they're saying was, yeah, he might be a little
it was
tiny-ish
true
type
love.
guy.
It was true love. Yeah.
It was true love. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be this ex-football player, playboy type,
Right.
amazing looking, big, great shape. That guy was in fantastic shape. I forget who that guy is. He's been in other stuff too, I think. So you don't have to be that guy.
Kofi Serb or Mike Coulter. I don't know.
You can't tell because all black people look alike to you?
No.
You're looking at IMDb and you're seeing two pictures. You're like, I don't know. Who is this? Idris Elba?
I didn't
don't
pay
know.
close attention to the men in the movie. He was a little pussy ass bitch.
Who was the Lorenz Tate?
No. Her husband.
Her husband. Yeah, he played the role of like the bad guy.
Oh man, I just could not relate more to Tiffany in this role with her anger towards the cheating husband and it was very cathartic to watch someone just actually act on those impulses because I feel them. I feel them deeply.
Yeah, but you know what?
But I bottle it.
You know, I call bullshit on this because I'll tell you why. The way that this movie gets a pass. You love this movie because it's
88% on Rotten Tomatoes.
People love it.
A lot
it's
of
a
people
fun
like
comedy
it.
movie,
and it had some meat to it. Like it had some genuine, funny, good comedy writing, good relationships. Like some movies don't have that.
But I'll tell you, if they really want to, you know, you talk about it. We're joking about her journey, but story-wise, a better story for this movie is she doesn't end up with anybody. Because if you notice in this movie, they have a girl from the husband.
No one
right
in
to
this
Lorenz
movie
Tate.
was like not gonna end up with someone. Like that was a big part of this movie, which I already said was, you know, whatever about it.
Yeah.
But that was part of this movie, was like a large emphasis on that, which turn it around to the fucking Hangover or a dude movie, and they're all trying to get laid at every turn too. So
yeah,
it's fun.
I'll tell you. You know, there was heavy on the dicks in this movie. There's a lot of dick talk,
God
a lot
bless.
of penis. If you're kind of queasy or you're kind of a prude, don't listen to the next part of this. They did a lot. There was
We saw a penis.
We saw a penis, a homeless dude's penis.
Yeah.
I was like, I figured there would be a couple
funny.
of penises in the movie.
They showed a white guy's penis.
That's a new trend too, showing like penises in these movies.
Yes.
That never used to be a thing. And
Game
I think,
of Thrones.
Well, that's a TV show, but
I'm saying they brought it to the forefront.
No, I think comedy-wise, I think it was Hangover that did it, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Jason Segel, when he breaks up with her and he drops it and his penis is there. I'm like,
it's a surprise.
it's a funny, it's a funny sight
it's a gag.
Yeah, funny sight gag. But now it's like at this point, was every movie going to do it? And this one, they switched it up by having it. I was like,
I enjoyed it.
I went into this movie thinking, it's a comedy, black women, girls trip comedy. I'm going to see a black penis in this movie. I just figured
so
it.
they tricked you.
They tricked me. And then
It was a big white penis.
It was a dirty, homeless white penis. Drug addict, fucking fisherman's hat, and a fisherman's hat on it. It was just gross.
Thank God they didn't end up in that hotel. I was worried.
You were worried about them?
I didn't want to look at that ugly hotel the whole movie.
Well, Tiffany Haddish gets them kicked out of their first hotel because she sees the other one's husband, the one that getting cheated on, the ex-football player, and she just goes right for him, you know, to
breaks
hit
a
him.
bottle.
And breaks a bottle and then gets kicked out of the hotel for the weekend. So they go to some rat-infested place for literally the one scene where you just see the homeless guy's penis. And then Lorenz Tate comes and saves the day and has them stay at his suite.
Lorenz.
And let's call bullshit on that because the bass player isn't staying in like a 4-room suite.
And then he goes, I'll stay with the band, as if he's the star of the band. If he was the star, I would have even supported this more. He was just like off to the side playing the bass. We're supposed to think he has control. He has his own hotel room. Like, come on.
Yeah.
And like some cheesy hat. Never date a musician.
Never date a bass player. Bass players get too much of the brunt of things.
Bass
Nobody likes, and drummers.
No, but girls, they get a lot. They get a lot of attention from girls. You'd be surprised.
Bass players do?
Yes.
Oh, all right. So then this was accurate. What? What's that?
Oh, the fingers.
Oh, the fingers.
The
All right,
fingers.
take it easy, you creep.
Oh my God! I just saw Alex's fingers. But he's right. They have strong fingers, like, in control of them.
So that would help in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's true then. Is that why women are into bass players?
I mean, a lot of musicians, it's something like that. Like drums, it's like good rhythm. Piano, then it is the diligent fingers.
Well, these women in this movie had no qualms, no like any barriers from talking about how much they wanted to. Like it was a dick appreciation movie. Like they loved it. They wanted to talk about it all the time.
There was no gay angle.
There was no. What do you mean no gay angle?
No gay presence in this.
No
film.
gay presence, and also, to be honest, another thing.
Oh, be honest, Sean.
To be honest,
please be honest.
Also, I'll tell you. Not to be.
He's going to mansplain something.
Not mansplain. White mansplain.
Great.
They make one gay joke in it where they say to Lorenz Tate, they go, "Don't you have a bunch of pussy that you're fucking?" And he's like, "Nah, whatever." He's like, "You don't have a wife? No girlfriend? What about a husband?" And then he gets mad. He gets like visibly mad, and they're all laughing. You would never have that if it wasn't a black movie. I guarantee you wouldn't have it.
So what though? And like, yeah, I have
find
seen
it interesting.
that in
I
White
feel like
Things.
you.
I've seen stuff like that.
I don't know. It seemed weird to have it.
Why is it weird
Because
if it really
being
reflects
gay was a
how that person
punchline.
would?
Because being gay was a punchline. If that was in anything else, people would get mad about it.
I mean, people do get mad about it because it is in a lot of other things, and those things do get called out.
Okay. Well, whatever. But so that's the only time being gay is mentioned. They don't have a gay best friend.
Right.
You're right.
No, there wasn't a gay presence.
It is
and
real.
There might have been someone religious behind this.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
No, it's not. Religious people are allowed to make movies too.
Okay, this is like the Chick-fil-A of movies then. Then go eat Chick-fil-A.
Oh my God.
Farah. Because no, you're right. You're giving it a pass for what it is, but
I'm not giving it a pass. I've seen other movies with religious undertones too.
Like what?
Like
the
there's
Last
that one
Temptation
with
of Christ?
Philip Seymour Hoffman, and he's like, that's like Doubt. All these movies.
But Doubt is about him.
Okay,
as a
I didn't
priest.
mean that one, but
Okay.
you know.
Well, all I'm saying is that.
Look, I've seen 5 movies. 3 of them talk about God.
Hey, you haven't seen that many movies. But what I'm saying is if that really is the case, which when you brought it up, I didn't realize that
It
there
seemed
really
like
is
it.
no. They're like Sex and the City movies. They have Mario Cantone is like their friend. Is he in the movie or no?
Mm-hmm.
He is in the movie. Yeah. So
And
there's
someone
no
else
gay
too.
presence, and it's like, yeah, is that real life? Like
That is, and it was fine. That's the thing. I'm not.
No,
like,
I'm saying it's fine. It's fine. It's fine if that's real life. But in real life, the way that white women, I'm really curious about this. I'm not saying it to be a dick. The way that white women have like a gay best friend, do black women have the same thing? Is that a race thing? Is it like do black women don't even want to deal with? Because I'm telling you, there is a thing. I don't want to sound like
I
an
didn't know
asshole.
how this podcast, in many points through discussing
It's
this,
very
has gotten
interesting.
serious.
Yeah, but it's like we're going to talk about the movie for a while. You brought up a good point. There's no gay presence, and the way that things are now, any other movie would have at least like
one
a point where they end up at the
or
gay
in
club.
One
or
of Big Friends is gay.
Exactly. And there's not one mention of gay except for the husband thing, and that gets laughed at by all of them, knowingly. Like, yeah, you're not gay. Come on.
I don't know. I thought they asked it genuinely, and he does seem a little gay.
No, she's asking
I'll
as a
give you
joke.
that.
He laughs as a joke, and he's like, "You're playing me." Like, actually, not gets pissed, but like it's a thing where that's the only mention of it the entire time, and it's a joke, which is whatever. Right? You're right. Fine, you can have it, but it might be on purpose. And the way
Yeah,
the
it might
world is
be.
now,
It might be.
it's not the way that doesn't reflect how the world is. Not that I'm saying, great, and once again, it's a goofy comedy, and
It's girls trip
overthinking
too,
it.
which
Yeah.
it's about the girls and their friendship. It doesn't have to be about everything.
But I'm not saying that
And
they did
these
this on
girls
purpose. I'm asking, is
Are all
that
straight women hanging out, just like it would be if I went away with my friends.
Yeah, but the chances are you would have a gay guy there with you guys hanging out.
No,
You wouldn't?
not if I'm going with my gals from college. Like, not necessarily.
Did you just say the words gals from
Gals.
college? What are you, a divorced mom from the 80s? my gals.
If
we
it
get
was
together.
a gals trip, there's no gay guy there. It's gals, it's gals.
All right, I don't want to get too messed up with that. I'm just saying, I'm not saying it to be like it's right, one's wrong, one's right. All I'm saying it is because I find it interesting because I really think there's a real possibility that that's not as prevalent as a thing in the black women community. They don't have any interest
that
in
might
hanging
be
out
the
with
case. I wouldn't.
They don't have-
I know black women who have gay friends.
Okay,
so
yeah.
I don't know.
So I don't know.
but
I'm asking.
I don't know.
I'm asking.
Okay.
All right. So anyway, to get more into overall, I did like this movie.
You were having so much fun.
Because that lady was so goddamn funny. She made it so much funnier than it probably
We
would have
did
been.
have like some very hard laughs, like where you think you're maybe going to choke or like get inappropriate somehow. Like we laughed that hard at certain parts.
Certain parts of the movie, or you mean when she was commenting?
Her comments.
Oh, I was dying.
But it was a mix of the movie and the comments, which were good.
Absolutely. And then they introduced something called grapefruiting, which I never knew was a thing.
No, I think that was an original to this movie.
It's not a
hadn't heard
thing.
of it
That's
before.
not right. Where you
And trust me, I would have heard of it.
I'm really into sex.
I love grapefruits. I know all the newest stuff.
Well, it's like this thing where a guy takes his member and she cuts out a hole in a grapefruit. Like you cut it in slices, and then he puts it through the grapefruit.
Yeah.
And then you kind of work the grapefruit while he's getting a blowjob. That was the whole
because
gag.
the dick is too big, so you need assistance from the grapefruit.
Right. And
It was funny. They set it up. They had an act out, then a callback to it. Then she comes back for the second grapefruit. It's cute.
Yeah, she comes back for the second grapefruit, then she does it, and he gets grapefruit juice in his pee hole, which is just horrible. That's like a medieval torture.
You think that really could happen if in that case?
Absolutely. Could that happen?
That never happened before if they were all sticking dicks in grapefruits.
I think the only one who did it was Tiffany Haddish's character. I don't think it's like a thing from jail. It doesn't even sound like, they say like
Sounded
a
like a
in
good
jail.
idea to me.
I mean, have you heard a thing called Fifi, where like you take like toilet paper rolls and you? I don't want to get into it, but people have heard of a Fifi, yeah.
No,
but that's a jail thing. No, yeah, I don't know what this is. It's crazy.
It's funny. It's a thing. It's a joke in the movie.
It's funny.
Let's look it up.
Well, she does like a graphic blowjob act out, which I was
that was fun.
I was surprised at that.
I know. I really enjoyed this movie, just like movies before it of this genre. There is parts that go like farther than you expect them to.
Yeah,
and, like,
they do.
In her performance, she had a few moments like that, and that's what really made it such a standout.
The standouts of this movie are that blowjob grapefruit thing, then also the homeless penis. That was a biggie. And then
this is all so big to you. These aren't the things that stood out to me as much.
What stood out to you as far as like pushing the envelope?
Oh, this is true. This is a Cosmo article. I gave my boyfriend a grapefruit blowjob. This is a real thing.
Oh, so it is a real thing.
Does the grapefruit blowjob technique work? I tried it. That's Bustle in 2014. So this is real.
It didn't catch on.
Well,
wait. So why? What stood out to you as far as pushing the envelope goes? You're right, because what you just said is absolutely right. There's things in the movie that I'm like, damn, I never saw that in a comedy before.
Right.
And then
fun.
the homeless penis was one of them, and then the bungee, the zip lining scene.
See, you are just like, you're pulled to those big moments. Those aren't the moments in the movie I enjoy the most.
What are you talking about? That's the whole point of this movie.
I don't like
it's a
those
goofy
parts
comedy,
as much,
Farah.
though.
You see it.
I liked the relationships and the friendships,
oh my God.
There were funny scenes and dialogue. Those parts are fun, but those aren't my favorite parts.
This is a movie that you're supposed to go see so you can be like, oh my God, you not believe what they did in this movie. That's why they have those. This isn't a movie where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe she completed her journey. She completed her journey, and now she is fully a strong woman.
She gets the job. She gets the good deal, and she gets it just for her.
There's a full that's happened at the end. There's a full-on scene where she's telling herself how strong and commit. Like I'm strong, beautiful woman. I'm a strong. But they did it like a minute too long. Like they ever sang it for
a few things go like a little long and like a little genuine, like a little thing. Like there are a few parts where you're just like, wow, they really took it there. This whole like betrayal and the friendship, and I know you would never do it, and I would never do it. And
there's a couple things. There's a couple of misses. Tiffany Haddish has like a meltdown. I don't know if I think it's more of a womanly thing where she's walking away and then she comes back and then she keeps coming back. It was actually pretty funny, now that I think about it.
It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah, all right. Well,
what was your favorite part of it?
My favorite part was that lady in the front row with her friend. And I went down to go use the bathroom, and it was her and her friend and lady. And we walked in, there was no kid. When we walked in, there was no kid. And then I went to use the bathroom. I come back from the bathroom. There's a kid full on walking in the aisles of the movie theater. Like full on walking around.
What else are you going to do at 1 p.m.?
Yeah, true. It's a good babysitter. The movie's a good babysitter. You hang out, watch a movie.
It's cool. It's dark.
Yeah.
It's very hot out today.
My favorite part of the movie, I think my favorite part was, you know what, when you say it was well written, it was funny when the grapefruit thing goes wrong and he's yelling about his dick on the grapefruit. The things I guarantee you that was ran a couple of times and they were like just riff or something, or like they were shooting him lines.
I thought there were a lot of cool natural moments like that where the comedy really like shone
There was some
through.
good comedy in it.
Yeah.
And that was one of them because he kept being like, What's with your old methods? Like, it was like things that you wouldn't think he would say. It wasn't
They
just
made
like,
fun of Jada Pinkett a lot, like in a really funny way.
yeah. It wasn't just him being like, my dick. That would have been like kind of fucking stupid. But he was just saying these things that, like, you know, in that scene, that was probably my favorite scene.
I thought it was funny when she was tripping and saw the kids, and
that was
like,
really funny.
Mommy, like it had a lot of real elements to it, and each character had like their own story.
Yeah,
and it was funny. It didn't take itself too seriously. And like I said before, I've just seen a lot of these movies and hated this type of movie where this had the comedy meat to hold up and keep me entertained. I enjoyed myself the whole way through.
All right. Well, we're going to wrap up soon. Would you go see it again? Oh, there's a lot of thought going into this.
No.
You wouldn't go see it again. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you weren't, like, you didn't love it.
I did love it, and I loved my experience today with you. We had recliner seats, bitch.
Yeah.
I loved that experience. If it just happened, all my friends were going, maybe I'd go. But you know, I'm not a big movie watcher to start.
That's true.
It's a big deal for me to even see something in the theater. That means I really wanted to see it.
I thought, well, I wouldn't go see it again, but I was glad I went to go see it because it was like... It was kind of like, you know, it also because you could call it a chick flick, not to get, you know, it was a chick flick. Don't roll your eyes. It was.
I'm saying yes.
I don't know why you get so mad at me.
It was called Girls Trip.
That's a fact. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Just like, this is the thing that bothers me. You can roll your eyes when I say that, but then you're telling me how you're like, I'm going to see some stupid war movie, some guy movie, Dunkirk. It's a guy thing. Anything guy is negative with you.
I didn't say it's a guy thing.
Yes, you
I
did.
said it's war and it's fighting and it's violent and
yeah.
I didn't say it's a
quality
guy thing.
movie. Wait until we see Dunkirk. Wait until we see it. We're going to see it.
I'm going to.
That's going to be the next one of these. Maybe in a couple weeks.
Can I be high for that too?
Yeah, and I'm sure you'll have even better experience because apparently
I've just
the
seen
footage,
a lot of people be like, "That was a painful experience to sit through that movie."
there is no way that happened. There's
show
no
you the
way.
tweets.
I've heard this movie is phenomenal.
To
also,
be continued.
the guy who directed it is Christopher Nolan, who's made the 3 best
know.
Batman movies there are.
I know.
The guy's a genius.
I agree with that.
I don't know who this guy
I've
directed
just heard,
Girls Trip was. I don't know. He didn't do
probably
he
someone
had nothing to do with the
incredible.
Joker. No, it's not.
The
I would know his name.
Joker. Every fucking dude jerks off to the Joker. Oh, it's the best. Oh, it's so crazy. He wears makeup and he's evil. Oh, I love it. It's so deep. It's the Joker. Like, I like the Joker. Like, cool, but it's like...
I didn't jerk off the Joker. I'm just saying he was phenomenal.
Everyone jerks off to the fucking Joker. Like, oh, it's so crazy.
All right, let's wrap up here. Would you like to plug anything? Our favorite part where Farah shies away from plugging because she thinks I'm making fun of her about it, which I'm not.
Yeah, I have nothing to plug.
I'll tell you.
I plug it every time, and I'm not going to today. I just don't have it in me today. It's been a long day. We had a long walk. I'm not plugging anything today.
Did you have fun? Do we have fun?
I had the best time. Now I realize you weren't having as much fun as I was.
Oh, I had a blast. I was laughing hard. I was laughing at the movie.
You laughed so hard. You loved it.
I was laughing at the lady and the movie combined, and I had fun with my pal. It was good, pal. Your uncle
Sean.
For some reason that really gets to me.
I know. That's
it
why
really
it's
does
fun.
get to me.
That's why it's fun.
Because you think I'm so old and I'm not. I'm just I
No,
like
I just
movies.
like getting to you, and I know it does. I'm not old. I just like movies.
There's certain things I'm on time for most things.
I'm an on-time person too.
You are an on-time person, and on movies, I liked trailers.
I appreciated it. I liked seeing from your perspective. Now I understand. You're paying for the movie. You want to relax. I'm not saying my way is right, but I've just sat through so many trailers. They're loud. They're about nonsense. It's sometimes fun to laugh at them, which I normally do. And I start raucous in the theater.
A good thing is
raucous a word?
Raucous.
Ruckus.
It'll be a good thing for make this a Defend Your Movie Facebook page question. Right after we're done recording, I'm going to make that the Facebook question. Are movie trailers part of the movie going experience? Is that how I should say it?
Are they part of the movie?
Are they part of the movie? Are the movie trailers part of the movie?
All right, this is a big deal, guys.
And then next week we're gonna go over the answers. We're gonna have a consensus.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do a Twitter poll. Are the movie trailers part of the movie? Yay
Nobody
or nay?
cares, but
I think more
you're
people care
a
than you
trailer
think they
truther.
do. I'm a The Girls Trip trailer was an inside job. Dunkirk. Dunkirk was fake. We never actually filmed Dunkirk.
Oh my God. What does Dunkirk mean? Is that a place?
I think it's a place, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's World War II. World War II, I forget.
I'm down to see it.
All right, here's the thing.
If
A
you
couple
send
things to
another
talk
minivan.
about. Please follow us on Twitter. That's at Defend Your Movie on Twitter. We have a Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Defend Your Movie. We are on Showbiz Studios. Oh, also an email, defendyourmovie@gmail.com. Please let us know the answer to anything we've asked. Also, this is really, really important. Subscribe, rate, and review to the podcast. It only helps us. It helps us get moved up, maybe on the charts. It helps us also as far as new and noteworthy goes on iTunes. Let your friends know about the podcast. Tweet about it. Talk about it. Whenever you can do it. We're on Showbiz Studios. That's showbizstudios.com. They have an iTunes page as well as a YouTube page where you can check out all the content. Pretty soon we might be getting videos for the podcast. We're talking about it now.
And if you
we're
know
gonna post
anything
those.
about how to get on the freaking new and noteworthy film section,
Yeah, it's a good idea.
reach out and let a girl know because she is trying to be new and noteworthy as hell.
You're new and noteworthy in my book.
Thanks,
yeah,
Shawnee.
no problem. So go on the Showbiz section on iTunes. You can check out all the great podcasts they have. Thank you to Alex for having us once again or housing this podcast. And that is it. And we will see you next time. I love you and goodbye.
Defend your movie.
The time has come again. The champion must stand. It can only be one of us. Victorious. So stand up and fight, my friend. There's a time.